All right, here we go. Mike in the house was cracking with everyone. We got an open box video, I think. Yes, we do. What is it today? This is for the Caprice. What, a Caprice video? Kind of. I'm just piecing this together. I figured I should buy this piece, so because I don't know, you'll see it in a second, just in case it ever stopped getting made or something, because yeah. All right, anticipation. Box opening skills low today. What is it? Yeah, it's a piece of metal. That's true. This is the bracket for my Supercharger. What? Heck yeah. For the LT1 and the Powerdyne. I wonder if I need to grind it down a little bit. I can't tell. It might not be perfect, or maybe it is. It looks pretty good. I mean, I'm sure that'll work. I didn't know I got numbers with it. What? All right, this is just one step right here. I got the Supercharger. These are big steps. I need to get the bolts, and I wanted to just see this piece because they charge a lot for the bolts and the crank pulley for the Supercharger. That crank pulley is way too much. It's like $400, but there's nothing you really do. I've just been getting one piece at a time just because, I don't know, to spend heck of money on it all at once, just I'm not feeling that. But over time, I'm not even tripping because I bought the Supercharger already. That's like the biggest piece of the puzzle. Yeah, I think I bought it for like $1,000 or something. This was like $200 right here. It was actually $185. I can't remember. I bought it straight from their website though. It is a superchargerrebuild.com or something like that. I'll put it in the description. I paid for this, but I talked to them before, but for the LT, they got heck of stuff. Is for the LT1 Caprice stuff is kind of like, I don't know. It's like an old school website, you know what I'm saying? I like stuff like that. You still send them cash and money order and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, this is old school. This is like not set up super user friendly, but it's not bad, but I'm just seeing the price on the crank pulley, and I'm like, is that a misprint or something? And I emailed, and they did email me back, but I did have to be like, hey, I need this part, you know. They're, you know, probably just hecka busy. It's probably just it's just a regular person making this stuff, I think. Or so shout out to them though. I appreciate this even being made. Otherwise, where would you get it from? I don't know. The Supercharger I got came on a Ford, and the kits are available from Mustangs, but for the Caprice and the Impala, this is like the only dude making stuff. So I need to get the tensioner. I just wasn't sure which one to get because they have two models, and one was cheaper. And the bolts, yeah, I just wanted to see, like, did the bolts screw in? So they screw in here right on the tensioner. These ones don't screw in, so I just got to get the bolts to go through, and then some nuts to go on the backside for the Supercharger, or stuff might bolt into the Supercharger. Then there's like 5 bolts that go, there's 4 that go through the water pump. Those ones go through the water pump. And then this one goes somewhere on the block. And they all got sleeves on them. So the bolt goes through, and then it sits on a sleeve. And that's what spaces it out like a spacer. But I don't know how long the sleeves are. and then I gotta match it up with the crank pulley. It's kind of like I kind of gotta buy the bolts from the same place, because otherwise I probably won't get the measurements correctly unless I do my own measurements and make my own pulleys. And that's just, I don't know, it doesn't sound right. Yeah, so I had heck of questions and they answered like half of them, and I still like, so, and then it's like I give up because I'm not gonna put this on right now. But here's just one step of it right here. Probably paint it or something. At least you can know what type of metal is getting used. So yeah, they must have some type of laser cutter or something. But yeah, this is for the Powerdyne and the LT1 for the Caprice and Impala LT1, because the Camaro LT1 doesn't have enough room to sit like this one does. I kind of want to take it out to the car, but yeah, we'll just go have a little look at it. There's not much I can place. Can't really place it in here. The one for the Camaro sits on the side down here, and you could put that kit on a Caprice, but it's like, why? Because it's ugly, you know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you're on a Camaro and you can't see it. If you got the room for it, you might as well just do it correctly. So this is all in the way right now. I think you got to get another hose. Well, I'll just put my green hose on there, dang. I think you got to get another hose, and then you got to move. Stuff's gonna get routed a little differently. This stuff all gets routed differently. But basically this sits down in here. You can tell, like, if these pieces were missing, it would be sitting in there good. Those water pump bolts, and then, okay, there's a sleeve that sits on the water pump. I might be able to measure out the bolts if, yeah, I don't know. It's one thing at a time here. See, I gotta get the pulley that sits down on there. And there's another dude out here actually in the bay who just recently made a video I had seen, and he was going through the same stuff that I was going through, but he's further ahead because he actually had his car running and had the supercharger on it. But I think something happened with the crank pulley. From the videos I was watching, he was like, you got to get this crank pulley, and the one he was pointing to was the one that dude sells that I didn't want to buy. I guess he had bought a cheaper one, and it messed something up on the car or something. So he had put an underdrive pulley behind it, and then connected that to the super drive pulley. I don't know what that, I don't know. It looked like it went together and worked, but I don't know. So I'm a little confused here. I kind of want to look at the Mustang 5.0 setups and just see how they do it in like other cars that are more common. But yeah, I got the supercharger, so that's good. This bracket sits right there, 5 bolts. I'm just trying to see where this last bolt goes. This one right here must go through that. I think that goes right there. So I know what the thread is. I could actually find the size of the thread. Then I had to get the length, and then from there I'd have to get the sleeves, and I could cut my own sleeves. But depending on what bolts come with the kit, I might just buy the kit from dude, because it's $100. And every time I add it on a thing, because this is, like I'm saying, this is like an old school website, every time I add on the thing on PayPal to add another item, it was adding like another $15 for shipping, and it wasn't giving no discount. I don't know if it would have or not, but I was like, I don't like this. So that's why I just bought this, because I was like $15. Then I added the bolts, and they added another $15, and I was like, hey, I don't know about that. But like I said, this is an old school setup. I'm about to hit them up and just see if I can get the rest of the stuff at package deal or something. And I do YouTube videos, but I'm just doing this. I didn't get paid for it or nothing. I should be getting this stuff for free, but he would have probably been like, nah, I'm good. This is a service like we need, so it's like I'm at the mercy, but Lord of mercy. All right, like, I'm out here, let's get it. Yeah, That crank pulley's, every step of this is gonna be like a hold up. Like when it comes to the belt, I'm not gonna know what type belt to put on there. So I'm getting there though. I got the supercharger, I got this bracket, one thing at a time. The tensioners are there, I just don't know which one to get. I like to build stuff myself, so I'm like, I want to build it myself, but you know, some of this stuff I'm not gonna be able to do. Once I have the bolts in front of me, I'm like, oh, I'm sure I could go to Home Depot and like copy, you know, be like, oh yeah, I could have done this. But off top, just a guessing game, I'm good. I might just pay it out, especially if it comes with the bolts to the supercharger. Not that that's only like 6 more bolts, like the bolts cost like 14 cents each and stuff, you know. I'm sure like the price of the actual materials is gonna be like $4 like $8, but yeah, that's why I don't want to pay $115. I'm just like that though. But for everyone else, that's a good deal, because people buy car parts all day for super much, you know. This be like, what, I'll pay that. Like this for me for like 200, that was like sold. But I've been like, and you could on eBay, they got it, but it's like more, it's like 250 or 230, because you got to pay the eBay taxes and stuff. Like I'm already knowing dude ain't playing with that. That's how I'd do it too. That's why I could have sent like cash or money order and got it for like 10% off. But at a certain point, I'm like, this is, maybe I will with the next stuff, but I just wanted to see if I ordered it, would it come. It did. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to see why it has this little dip in it. I don't exactly know. I'm sure at some point I'll be like, oh, okay, something's gonna have to sit there, like a radiator hose or something. And these holes, that's for the coolant temperature. Yeah. Okay. Just trying to ID what everything is. Okay, that right there is for the top of the coil. You don't even have to move the coil. On the Camaro, the F body, you gotta move the coil. So that's why I didn't want to buy the kit for this other hole down here. It must just have some type of access or something. Yeah, and then the supercharger bolts to it. I'm gonna have to go dig up the supercharger and line these up one of these days. But if I could get the bolts, I could just like slap this piece on. Like this piece could be sitting on the car almost. That'd be kind of in the way. I better just do it all at once. Anyway, all right, I'm talking a lot, but there it is. I know there's people out there that want to do this same. They want to do this same thing. So that's I kind of want to measure this real quick. Let's see. All right, it's about 23 inches in length, like that to that. Let's see how thick it is. That's like a ½ inch thick right there. You're not really gonna bend this, I don't think. I probably shouldn't try it. No, I don't think it would matter if you could try, Mike. Good, thank you. Someone could, bro. Someone could bend this though. That's, I don't think they could actually. I bet Shaq could bend this. Yeah, especially like right there. He'd probably be like, I could bend that, and just be like here's your bracket. It's messed up. Thanks, Shaq. All right. Back to reality here. Yeah, that's it right there. I think I'm gonna have to put some type of extension off of there, off the throttle body, and then I have like a metal one of these I think I'm gonna be able to use, because it gotta pull out some. That should line up somewhere. We're gonna get some type of ducting and hook this up like somewhere. It's probably gonna be way like somewhere it doesn't belong, like, you know, whatever. I was looking into getting headers for this car, but it's like you got to get the long tubes is what everyone's pretty much saying. And they say these are like, the exhaust manifolds are just as good as like the shorties. Not really, but probably, especially with the fitment and the price. A lot of stuff was not fitting when it came to the headers, and some brands they were like, don't get. I'm not gonna mention names because I haven't gone through them, right? Well, they were saying don't get the hookers, and they were saying the Edelbrock weren't good either, and probably that's why I stopped reading, because I was about to get a pair of hooker ones, but they were cheap, and you can't use the F-body ones, so that's, yeah. Maybe I could use the F-body ones because I'm in a 79 Caprice body, but I still don't think I could though. But I know there's fitment issues. Otherwise, it's like, why not get some F-body ones? They're like $50. I also heard people talking about using other ones. I'm not even gonna, I can't even say for sure. But here's this piece. So yeah, I'm not gonna have headers. I'm not gonna do like anything else. I just want the supercharger noise, you know what I'm saying? It'll have me some boost there. I'm not gonna go crazy on it. I just want to hear it. You know, I got the supercharger Privia, you know, I like my turbos and my superchargers, and this is like fending me off from buying a Grand National, because I do look for them. I see it, sometimes I see them and they're, yeah, sometimes I see them and I'm like thinking hard. So anyway, I was like, I need some boost. Not really, because this car is like, so pretty much for me, I think this thing coming from the Caprice world, like used to having 305s, like this thing's fast. You know what I'm saying? That's a LT1 350 out of a cop car. I mean, out of a Caprice, you know, Impala SS. All right, that's enough of me talking. But yeah, I think the people just want to see the bracket some more. This is what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see the stuff up close. And it's like, no matter what you film, you miss something. People are like, oh, I was trying to pause it hecka hard at this one part, but you kept glancing over it. Or maybe that's me, I swear. So I'm just trying to film here some. I wouldn't even try to make my own of this. You could buy one and then trace it out. That would be the best bet. That might be how this originally got made, you know what I'm saying? You could probably cut this out maybe if you traced it out, and it'd be better if you could like laser cut it, I'm sure, but I'm sure you could grind this out somehow. Not on your own, not just like a guessing game. That would be pretty bad. Like you were just like, I'm gonna make my own bracket. Someone probably had to in the beginning. All right, just a lot of talking. I mean, sometimes you gotta fabricate your own stuff. If you're dedicated, you definitely could. It's just a piece of half-inch metal. Is that aluminum or stainless steel? I don't know. I'm not that good with metal, even though I do metal detecting. That is aluminum, huh? See, this white. Yeah, see, we're learning here. Either, yeah, that's either aluminum or it just doesn't stick to metal. So yeah, I'd go with aluminum. Dang, I should just melt down some cans. If I had like some type of, ooh, that'd be the lick right there. Make a mold of this and then just melt down cans. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but you can. I got mine already. And if you need to get them, dude's already got a good price on them. And then I wonder about the tensioner. Can I put my own tensioner from somewhere? We're gonna get to that. I'm probably gonna end up ordering the bolts and the tensioner and that crank pulley. But I need more info on how to hook that up. All right, I think that's about it. We'll be back. Yep.